kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Yeah.
What? I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Yeah.
Thursday night.
I love kimchi.
Oh, you almost missed it.
Thursday night, and I'm not in frame.
Yeah, come into the frame.
Welcome. Sorry.
Hi, welcome everybody.
Hello.
I am your host, AngelaTheComic, and this is the engineer extraordinaire.
I am Mike Lowe. Oh, I pushed the button too early. I am Mike Lowe of Mike Lowe Productions. I'm still trying to figure out my sound effects. I don't have time, which I do, so I need to make time for my sound effects.
That's life, right?
Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Oh, are we done? That was a great show. Cool.
Continue. Go home now.
Yeah, it was a great show. Hold on one second.
Give it a shot.
What I'm gonna do, and it's funny because I was just talking to someone, and I'm super excited because this person is the one that introduced us to our guest tonight. But before we do that, tell me what you're watching.
I rewatched Ratatouille. Ratatouille. Anyone can cook, Remy.
Why do you put so
That's
much
the way it is.
breath
That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
into...
He's a French cook, and he's passionate, and he says, anyone can cook. Remy. That's the name of the mouse. The rat. The rat.
All right, but then you were talking about some sort of
There's a fan theory for the movie
Okay.
that at the end of the movie, if you haven't seen it, it's about 10 years old, I want to say. So, sorry if I ruin it for you.
Oh,
So
spoiler alert.
Basically. So at the end of the movie, the famous critic that kind of destroyed the restaurant comes back to re-taste the food because the rat is making headlines, right?
Right.
So he comes to taste it, and the rat, Remy, call him Remy, he has a name, makes ratatouille for the critic Anton Ego, I think.
Uh-huh.
And he's transformed after he takes a bite to his childhood,
Right.
where his mom cooked him ratatouille.
Okay.
And he loses it, eats it, and then he writes a great review, and yada, yada, yada.
Right. What's the theory, though?
The theory is that Remy...
Hi, Christy. Sorry. I had to say
That's
hi.
cool. I'm not talking.
No, I hear you.
In the beginning of the movie, Remy is kicked out of an old lady's house that they're basically living in her attic, and he learns to cook through her stuff, spices and food, etc.
Right.
The theory is that is Ego's mom. Because when it goes to the flashback, it looks like the same house and same kind of vibe. So apparently it's a lot worse as years go because the house is kind of run down. But they're saying he loves the food because it reminds him of his mother's cooking, but it could possibly be his mother's recipes or seasonings, etc.
So you're telling me if I cooked you something and I put some chicken bouillon in there, it's going to remind you of your mother's cooking?
Well, that's one of the spices. I would never reveal all of her tricks. Even if you get the recipe, I don't think you can cook like my mother. No disrespect.
You can't cook like my mother. It's fine.
I mean, I can make rice.
Shut it down. Done.
I'm
Fire.
here all week.
Fire.
But anyways, so that's the fan theory, and unfortunately, it has been, debunked?
Debunked. Proved wrong.
Yeah, so one of the producers or somebody that was involved in the production said, no, we just kind of reuse certain things to not draw or generate so many different items.
Right.
But we don't want to listen to that, so it's his mom, basically.
Yeah,
so
we just want to believe that it was full circle.
Shout out to Remy for cooking for them.
Sometimes you just have to, you watch something and you just make it full circle in your head because that's going to help you sleep at night. No, I don't care if it's debunked. It is what it is because I say it is. Oh, bars.
Bars. So anyways, great movie. Made me cry at the end.
Oh.
They finally accepted. The father finally accepts that Remy is not like normal rats.
I want to...
Anyone can cook. That's my last one.
I want to commend you.
Thank you.
For acknowledging that you cried.
I wouldn't say I cried, but I was teary.
I think that it's really strong of you to admit that you bawled your eyes out
Never said that.
and used so much tissue, like we have to go buy more tissue.
Nah, I didn't say that either.
I think it's so brave
Sure, thanks.
that you just cried watching that movie.
That's a very emotional thing.
I'm proud of
A lot
you.
of those little cartoon movies, they pull on the strings to make you teary. Like I don't think I got teary with Luca, the new joint. Maybe I don't remember, but
It was very well made, actually, though.
well, I mean, it's just
Luca.
gotten better. You can see the cheapness of like the first Monsters Inc. It's great for its time, but seeing the latest one and seeing that one, you're like, oh, it's definitely got better.
Yes,
Definitely
Up
got
made
better.
me cry too, like a baby.
I want to thank you for sharing that you cried. Like
Oh,
a
she's
baby.
saying that you cried like a baby.
Who said that?
So
Who
we
said that?
want to say
I want names. Who
that
said
we're
that?
so proud of
I don't have
you
my glasses. Who said that?
to admit that you cried like a 2-month-old baby watching Ratatouille.
I said I got a little teary, I think. It was
I
more
am
like watery, like,
the
somebody's cutting
growth
onions. No.
That you show.
Oh, okay.
Admitting
All right, I'm done.
that you emotionally
That's the show for today.
rained out of your eyeballs.
Moving on. But
So-
yes, Ratatouille, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Good flick.
I'm glad you I love rewatching movies. That's one thing I like to do.
That's kind of what I want to do as an adult now. Because there's a lot of stuff I loved as a kid.
Yeah.
You don't catch everything.
You know, but then I want to say that I feel like that's something that's kind of planted, that seed is planted in your head from early on. Because I've met people that are like, no, I'm never going to rewatch a movie I've watched. I'm done. Once I watch it, I'm done. But I remember distinctly, not his name, but I remember distinctly every detail of my Spanish teacher in elementary school who told the class, oh, yeah, I love rewatching movies because I don't catch everything the first time and I always catch something different every time. So then now I
Right.
just rewatch movies and I
Right.
just love it.
Well, especially when it's new, you might watch it a few times.
Right.
But I'm talking about like 10 years later, you're like, oh, I don't remember it like this. Or, oh, I didn't catch that. Or for me, it's mainly, if I was a kid, there's only so much you really notice in the
Recall.
details. Mm-hmm. Like you don't understand certain parts of it. You're just more entertained because it's a cartoon or it's funny, etc. And then you're like, oh, I didn't know that was the whole plot.
I do also acknowledge with movies, you kind of relive the sensations that they're giving you. Like if it's a thriller, you're still like living through because like all of the music and just everything is coming together and you're like, even though you've watched it before. So you're
Right.
just like, whoa.
I'm just like, whoa,
Wow.
sweet dude.
Speaking of
Turned
whoa,
into a California surfer.
I did a set at the Laughing Skull.
You did
Love
a set.
that club.
A set,
Yeah. Small little set.
baby, little set.
Baby little set.
Sure is, baby.
And which is fine. Everybody comes out. It's open mic night. We're all working on material or honing our skills. Or there's also like people who came in from New York that were doing their thing, so it was great.
First timers too.
I got my first phone call.
Nice,
Got my first phone call. Woman in the front row
nice,
picked up her phone. Yeah, I'm at a comedy club.
nice. Excuse me, ma'am. What's that?
No, so then of course I had to stop and
Right.
get down to her level, like crouch down and be like, ma'am, do you need help with your phone call? And her face was just like, I am not going to acknowledge this. It's kind of like if you fall on your face in the middle of a crowded street and you think if you don't stand up and you just lay there, it's going to all go away. It's not.
More like you're preparing.
It's
for the
not going to
after.
go away. You need to get up and face it. So that she just like got up and left. I was like, okay, good. As I was saying.
after you called her out.
Yeah, but
Poor
I wasn't
lady.
gonna,
You know,
here's the
excuse me,
thing.
can you get off your fucking phone? Can
Here's
I
a-
cuss on this show?
Yeah. Here's the thing about comedy shows.
Curse.
Everybody is so, like, subconsciously tense when they go in there. Because I remember when we first started dating, and we would go to comedy shows, and you were
Long
like,
time ago.
oh, they're going to make fun of me. Or, like, they're going to make fun of us because we're sitting up close. to the stage, everybody feels that way. They're like, oh my God. And when I get up on stage, trust me, I have so much material. I don't have time to make fun of you. I'm not, yeah, I could. I'll make you reevaluate your whole life, but I know my power. That's why I don't want to do it.
Terrible. But anyway,
I don't really enjoy.
She kindly left.
Yeah, she just left, which was fine. I just wrapped it up by saying, it's the sitter, whatever, and it was fine.
She was like 80
you
years
ruined
old.
it for everybody else, but no, I was kidding. No, I'm not gonna make fun of people.
Speaking
I don't
of
want
falling
to.
on your face, I fell on my face in high school.
Oh, this took a dark turn.
Yeah, I tripped and fell down. Kind of caught myself, which was cool. But my book bag.
Is that what happened to your face?
Hilarious. Book bag was full of books. So then as I fell and caught myself, the book bag, boom, hit my head and I smashed on the concrete. But this nice little lady was like, oh my God, are you okay? She helped me out. I'm cool. It's cool. Let me go hide in the corner now, please.
Blood is coming down, like dripping down.
I don't think I had blood, but I did have, I want to say I did have a little blood. No, it was like red. So I was good.
It was, oh, you mean like it was, so yes, it was blood.
I was just like,
yeah.
No, it wasn't like blood.
Yeah, it wasn't blood. It was just like red liquid coming out of a cut that I had in my face.
It wasn't blood. It was just liquid.
I was going to say, is that what happened to your face? Because you're so good looking now.
You were rude first,
yeah,
so you can't be sweet now.
You set yourself up.
Not a candy.
It's kind of like
First I'm sour and I'm sweet.
Occupational hazard. I hate when you say that.
Which one?
Because it's usually after you mess around and you pinch me somewhere and you're like joking.
I like to pinch the back of your arm where it's the most sensitive.
No. I like to do that. You learned that from me.
You pinch me so much that now I want to
reciprocate.
Return the gift.
The gift of pinching.
So now you know how you should probably not do it to me. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Are people still here?
I don't know.
We're
talking a lot.
They're like, we need to sign out of this couples therapy session.
And another thing.
Look, I hate the way you fold our towels. No.
Isn't that the show we just watched? What was it? Can't remember.
No, I don't.
There's something about, I don't know. This dog is like
Speaking
right
of
here.
show.
Hello.
Yeah, we have a live studio audience.
Yeah, the dogs love the show.
The dogs. Speaking of show.
Speaking of show.
We have a great guest today.
Nice.
Did you like that segue?
You've
I can make a segue out of anything.
Yeah.
Talk about anything random.
Today I had a chicken breast with rice lunch.
You know who has breasts? Our guest tonight.
Now that one's better. That was better. I like that one. This dog is really on my thigh.
I'm super
here.
excited, everyone. We have a really special guest. She
Awesome.
is a comic,
Awesome.
actor, and a producer coming to the show. Suwon Weaver.
Weaver.
I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Come
Kimchi. I love kimchi. Come on. Love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Welcome to the show. Oh my God. I knew she would come in dancing.
Nice.
I knew it. I
Got me going. Couldn't help it.
I'm not trying to plug my own thing, but it's my song. I love kimchi.
It's on iTunes.
It's on iTunes and Spotify. Okay.
It's on sale.
So it's just $1.29 if you could support us. No.
Is it? It should
Go
be
ahead.
cheaper.
Welcome to the show. We're so excited to have you on. I always advocate for comics and whomever else that I love. And Mike's always bringing in, magicians, which I love too. So we've been very lucky with our guests. It's just been really great
Nice.
people.
Great
Yeah.
speaker,
Noise.
So
Even
welcome to
though
the show. And I wanted,
Yeah, no, just so it's not in person, but it's great to meet you guys in person. But whatever, what
I
I'm saying.
will-
Okay, welcome.
very, very, very soon. We will meet each other very, very soon. Can I read your bio? real quick that you had on your website?
Sure.
I mean,
Of course.
on the website. Okay.
Sure.
Don't you love when people are talking about you while you were there? No. Okay. Suwon Weaver is a native from Los Angeles. Her comedy reflects her take on life, being Korean and mixed, and also being a lesbian or bi or pan. Growing up in the Valley, she spent countless hours watching I Love Lucy. Me too.
We have a dog named Lucy.
So-
Yes.
look at that.
Wait, so is that how you got into comedy? By watching on TV, or how did you get started in comedy?
Well, sure, that definitely influenced me. And then also, I really got started because I used to go to all these different healers, and it's the healers that told me I should do this because I was like very shy. So it's because like all these different healers are like, oh, you want to be seen. You want to be seen. And I was like, what? No.
Share your aura with the earth. They need it. It's like, whoa, I better get into comedy.
The people need it.
The people
Yeah.
want it, need it. It says that you are a native from Los Angeles. Are you still in Los Angeles, or have you lived anywhere else abroad?
Yeah.
Anywhere?
No, I mean, I lived in San Francisco for like 8 months when I was 18, so 500 years ago. But yeah, you know, now I live in Southern California with my mom. I moved back in after my dad died. So this is, I mean, I don't know. I feel weird. Like, you know, when you have like setups, or you got your premises for your jokes, and I don't want to do my material. You know, but I'm bummed. Like, I could hear the jokes in my head, but I don't want to do that. Was it weird?
Mike has it on his thing. He'll do,
I
do
think
the sound effect
I
for
have
it.
a few sound effects.
No, this show is collaborative experience, and you can do whatever you want. If you wanna, you know, say your jokes. See,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
yeah. This is why I can't get rid of him.
Oh.
Thanks. I have some value, I guess.
Yes. It's
Appreciate it.
this. The pressing of the button.
That's it.
So Suwon is Korean, right? Did you ever want to have like an English name growing up? I know a lot of my friends did.
Of course. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I wanted, my middle name's Marie, and that's my auntie, I have Auntie Riri. And so I really always wanted that name. But, you know, I don't know. You don't change your name when you're a little kid, right? Like, you don't even know to do. Although I do have a friend, when I was in kindergarten, she changed her name from Elizabeth to Paige. And I was like, how do you do that? That was rad. Like, that's like a boss move and 5 years old. But
she's like, yeah, this is it.
This is the name I
life.
want. Yeah,
I'm
parents, good try, but I'm gonna go with Paige.
I thought that was amazing. And then and people try to call me Sue, but I wouldn't. Somehow I knew that was wrong. Like, that was like, no, we're not doing that. So
I love it. Yeah, because
yeah. Somehow I gained some power by not allowing. You know what I mean? So like, people were like, Sue, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Not really that hard. But like, also like the way that you say it, you know, you say it in a Korean way, and I just say Suwon. So that doesn't sound Korean to, like, you know, people I've worked with and stuff. They're like, what kind of name is that, French? And I'm like, no, I just say it right.
I can't help it because my first language is Korean. So I had I had some like HR director in one of my previous jobs. Her name was, I can't even remember which one. It was probably Kara, but then I was like Kara, and she was like, my name is Kara, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I've apologized to her so much, but then I follow up the apology with English is my second language, so I can't. See
there
this
you go.
guy.
See, I'm ready.
I apologize in advance.
That's so good. So great.
So, okay, so you're currently living in California, and that is where you get your street cred from. The streets.
From the streets of Thousand Oaks, actually, which is even more suburban than Los Angeles, like, you know. So I live an hour outside of LA, and I moved back in with my mom because my dad passed away.
Right. Sorry about that.
Oh God, you know what? He was almost 97, so it's okay.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Someone wrote, Suwon is the best, the sweetest. Cue drums.
Oh, look at
Oh.
Howard Aaron.
Oh, you got some love in the comments.
I wanted to ask, was the Korean culture heavy in your home? Like, were you eating like live octopus, like on the table?
You know what? I think they were just freshly killed. So,
Right.
Like they would still almost be moving a little bit. Oh, see, the thing about octopus, they're so smart and they're so delicious. It's very hard to, it's hard, right? It's a delicious.
Well, it's filling.
We have to give props to Victoria Namgun, who put the octopus emoji. That's
nice.
great. Do you think you got your talent from any of your family members?
I think I got it despite my family members.
Nice.
Despite their dispositions. It's just because like my dad came from the generation, well, both of them. I mean, my mom's straight out of the war, right? My mom was born in 1932. So that's like World War II. She could speak fluent Japanese because of the occupation. Oh yeah. And she is so, she was indoctrinated, right? They were indoctrinated at that time. So she doesn't feel any, like, some Korean people feel shame about speaking Japanese. She's like, I am fluent in Japanese.
I think you should be.
I mean, great to feel so good about yourself, right? That's fantastic.
Let me educate. Let me give a 30-second education to Mike. I'm sorry.
Please
I'm
don't.
sorry, Suwon. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I don't
Mike,
have to. Please
Mike,
don't.
You have to understand that when the Japanese were trying to take over Korea, they were trying to get rid of the Korean culture. They got rid of so many cultural artifacts, books, education, anything literature in Korea, and they were, like she said, indoctrinating everyone in Korea forcibly to learn Japanese, and they were trying to turn it into Japan, an extension of Japan. That's why it was so dirty, and that's what a lot of
that's why they don't want to say they went through that, learned the Japanese.
Like the older generation, when on Korean television, if there's Japanese spoken or something, they're like, "Why this is Korean TV? Don't have Japanese on there because it's traumatizing. It's like a trigger for them." Yeah, and they changed your name. It says, "Wow."
I didn't know that.
Crazy. But she's super proud of being fluent in Japan. I mean, we've evolved. You know what it is? You know what I think it is? It's that we started to do business together, and money makes the love go round. The world.
Yeah, the guy's not so bad. That guy's all right.
It was just a few books. Let's move on and sell these cameras and phones.
First 10 minutes, I like listening to the therapy session. I thought it was fabulous. So continue.
That's our bed talk, pillow talk.
Pillow talk, yeah. It's pillow. It's pillow.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So how did you actually start to perform on stage in comedy? Was that your first thing, or did you start acting first?
Yeah, I was taking acting classes. I was doing Meisner, being all method and trying to cry all the time because that's what you need to do when you're taking acting classes. But then I don't know how it came up. There was a stand-up class and I just thought, oh, that's for me. And I don't even know, sometimes you just feel it. You're just gonna go towards the thing that's weird and everyone's like, no. And not to mention, I really was shy. But from the get-go, I knew it felt really good. And I took a long break. I took a 10-year break. Because I started almost 12 years ago, and then I took a suit. I couldn't deal with all the, now that Me Too has happened, I think that there's definitely a different vibe in comedy now in the last 5 years than there was 10, 15 years ago. So, I mean, it's still out there. There's still a bunch of creepers, and, we all know what's going on out there with the rapey culture and stuff, but I just couldn't deal when I started. And I was in the closet.
No. So you were like,
It's a double no, sir.
I was in and out of the closet. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I don't know what this is. I can't deal with it. It just was too weird. I can't.
I totally understand. Yeah, I took a break too, but it's because the comedy wasn't paying the bills. So I was like, I need to start
going, I need to get back in the office and stuff envelopes. Like, I need to do something that's going to pay the light bill. But then I can't help it. Like, you go back. Like, if it's in you,
Yeah.
you're like, no, I got to do this. But you were mentioning, you know, all these things that you dealt with in the beginning. Is that why you are producing your Hot Medusa show, which is mostly women?
Yeah, so that's definitely, thanks for mentioning it. That's how I got started, is I just thought like, let's just make my own opportunities to perform and then also have all these great women. And I always started with like super diverse casts. You know, I always wanted to have at least a couple of Black women on, try to have another Asian person on. Although
Right.
I was always, it's funny because having another Asian person on, I'm self-conscious about it, truly. I definitely am.
Why?
Like I don't know, you know, it's like a weird thought in my head. I'm not like anything else I don't even think of, but like, oh no, is there going to be too many Asians? Like, cause two of us, it's so stupid, right? Like, oh God.
No,
Wait.
it's not stupid at all. I thought you were saying like you'll feel judged. Like, is this am I Asian enough for this Asian that's gonna be
Oh,
on the show?
Or are
well,
my jokes
Like,
Asian
I love
enough?
kimchi, I really do.
I'm just judging myself. Like, is this too much for everyone? Can I even handle two Asians? Oh no.
Oh
There's a
my
lot of Asians on this list.
gosh, I forgot who, but there was a Chinese comic, and he like literally from China. He learned English. He's like trying to make it here. He's pretty famous because he did a presidential dinner. I forgot, and he was talking about, you know, people meet me. And I'm paraphrasing. He's like, people meet me, and they're like, "Wow, you're Chinese." Like, I don't know that many Chinese, you know, people. And he was like, "But when I grew up, like, I only knew Chinese people, because he thought the whole earth was just filled with Chinese people." I'll find who he is, and then I'll send you. Well, so then when it comes to your comedy, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's hilarious. Just, you know, people don't even think like this, right? They don't even realize that that's like a thing. Like that, you know, you could have all the same. No, this is weird, actually. You know, maybe like this. Anyways, whatever.
Someone said Joe Wong. We love him.
Yeah,
Yes, Joe Wong. Him.
he's hilarious.
So funny. It's so funny because the things he says, like the actual substance of his jokes, are hilarious. Like, he'll just take you on a journey, which is really funny. So then, when it comes to your comedy, though, what would you say your genre of comedy is? Is it political? Is it
Yeah, I like to
observational? Is it, you know? Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of observational stuff about my own life. So it's self-reflecting. And then, you know, I do have a little bit of political commentary, not super specific. I haven't like gone deep in it, but you know, you can't help but talk about how racism might affect your life, you know.
Yeah.
Might cross paths. I don't know.
In
So,
this country, right? Mm-hmm.
yeah, and even like for me to be told to go back to my own country like several different times, you know, in my life and stuff like that. Like the first two times. Yeah, oh yeah, because I'm so, you know, Asian. So,
You're like, so what, like LA? Where do you want me to go? Like, go back to your country?
exactly. And should I,
About an hour from here. You want me to go south?
You want me to go back
Yeah.
home?
yeah, I don't know. Should I go to Hawaii? That seems nice. I'm gonna pay for it. That's what I want to know.
Well, I'm Mexican, so I've gotten that before.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want me to go to my country?
No, not when I tell you. Did have other people
Well,
told
when
you?
you say it, it doesn't matter, and I don't even think about it. But I think I was a kid, and this older lady told me, and I was really young, and I didn't understand it. I was like, "What does she mean, Mom?"
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Here's some soup.
Right.
Eat some soup. Eat your feelings.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness! But you're also an actress. So what work do you do as an actress? I know you're part of comedy videos with a crew. So if you could tell us more about that.
Yeah, you know what? So, of course, I didn't prepare properly because I got the guy's name. So, I'm doing this comedy, these sketch videos, and they're super cute. They're on YouTube. And I actually put it on my YouTube site, which is just like under my name. Hopefully, you can find it. But
oh, yeah. And I'll put all the information in the description.
Yeah, so they're
Nice.
just like they're fun guys. They write like little funny sketches and then we shoot them. And then before that, like, I still do auditions for, I have, oh, I don't know if you hear that. That's my dog. Beautiful. Um, yeah, like I do auditions for real stuff, co-star, guest
Right.
star, and then I've done a couple commercials. So try to just keep doing it, right? Like, and make money. That would be nice.
Yeah.
So then when you, besides acting and comedy, when you're actually producing and you have all these people coming together, all these components, what happens when it doesn't work out? Like it's not really meshing well. Is there a method that you go to make it work?
Try? I don't know. I mean, you know,
You
I
just,
haven't really been doing it that long. So, I mean, I've done my show, I guess, 2 years, which I feel very proud of that. It's awesome. But
yeah.
yeah, it's cool. But, I feel like I only really have 3.5 years into comedy, actually. So I don't have like a surefire method. Like I hope everyone gets it, that the vibe is good and everybody can be cool and like no one's trying to, I don't know, like make anyone feel bad or I don't know, like one of those, like, what are those things? Like when people like try to,
One up each other?
yeah, like one up or make people feel bad or you're like, oh, I'm gonna cut this guy down because he's good or some bullshit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
feel. Hmm.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say with comedy, I feel like a lot of comedians kind of still have that repertoire where they're not really trying to. I mean, they could be ambitious for themselves, but they all know they'll look at you and be like, "Yeah, you're about to go through the ringer, like I'm about to go through the ringer. So let's at least be there for each other." And because the audience is out there waiting for you to deliver, it's like people are like, "Break a leg," backstage. I'm like, "Thank you," and we tell each other to break a leg.
You're
Yeah.
hilarious.
You're hilarious. Yeah. They love to we love to tell each other you're so funny. Oh my god, you're so
You
funny.
did great.
You did amazing. You're hilarious. So,
There's like,
mhm.
there's like the you did great where you didn't really do great and then they're like well, good job good job and they're like and it's not really real or
In the
Yeah,
beginning? Uh-huh.
sister.
I'm sorry, you
right
cut
like
out. What'd you say?
oh so like after the show right and if it wasn't really that good where they actually give you that yeah good job good that's actually support in a way because
Y-
hey
It works, you feel a little less bad at that moment. Maybe you'll think about it later, but at that moment you're like, maybe I did okay. And then you watch the tape, and you're like, maybe I didn't.
in the
I'm
beginning,
ready.
I've had people be like, "Yeah, you need to write more.
Mm.
You need to write more." But it was because in the beginning I was trying to go for the shock factor. So I was
Mhm.
just saying things that were disturbing people. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, I need to go home and take a shower. I feel so dirty." And I was like, "Ta-da!" Like, and now now I know like to set up and punchline and all that jazz.
Which I told her not to do. Like, that one's a bit dirty. Clean it up a little bit, trim off the fat.
I have to say though, to see men squirm in the audience, the joy it brought. I was like, it was a comedy show for myself. Like,
Wow.
Well, you know what? Hey, that's what this is. That's what this is. It's a comedy show for ourselves. So we might as well do what we like, right?
I
Yeah, for
love
sure.
it.
For
I
sure.
love it. Do you have other interests like directing or what other
I
ambitions do you have?
do.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love producing and I write. I've written a bunch of different scripts and like I haven't written anything long. I've written short screenplays. So that's my next thing is to write something longer and get a longer one produced. I have like a couple different ideas. Well, the way like things are going, I feel like I can mesh my different scripts together and make it into a longer one. I think that would be really good. And I want to direct. I feel like all this shit takes time, right? Like I don't know how people do things. Like how I was always confused how people have jobs writing and you're directing and then you're doing stand up. How are people I don't know. It
Yeah.
was
It's tough.
Crack.
Yeah.
You just smoke a lot of crack, and you'll be up all the time.
Yeah, that
You'll
we
find
don't
something to.
don't sleep. That's the key.
Just don't sleep. So simple. Don't sleep.
No,
And you know,
I saw. Go
I
ahead.
know you yeah, no, you were gonna say you saw something.
I saw a meme where it was like, okay, we're supposed to work 8 hours, sleep 8 hours, cook, clean, and still be creative and kind of do it all in one day. And it's like, it doesn't really seem that possible. So you somehow you got to cut in that 1 or 2 hours to make something happen, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
And like I like doing other stuff anyways. Like I like spiritual stuff. Like that is how I even ended up doing this, how I ended up doing acting and comedy because like different healers are like, go to comedy. I'm like, okay. No, literally. I was not doing stand up because, you know, I told you I quit for like 10 years and I had this one healer guy go to, I think comedy's your thing. Go do it. Go do stand up. And I was like, fine. And I was like, I went to an open mic that night and then that was it. I was back in.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah, I like
What?
healers.
Yeah, you're. I thought you were gonna say you're really into spiritual stuff like meditating. Are you into meditating?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I've walked
I
on hot
wanna. I
coals
wanna.
times, you know.
Oh, nice.
You
I've done,
have
yeah. And then, you know, I've just like done a lot of that, like spiritual drugs.
ayahuasca.
Good times.
I'm
Oh,
curious about ayahuasca actually.
What is that?
Ayahuasca, you know the thing. You take a little,
It's like
drink a little tea, do a little dance,
it's like a
get down
DMT
tonight.
thing.
That's what you do.
you get down and vomit tonight is what you're going to be.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It's
that's a
intense.
yeah. You throw up like all night. And then you're like, oh, there's Martians in the sky. How amazing.
You're just dehydrated. I've thrown up everything.
It's not worth it. So we
Yes.
touched a little bit on your Hot Medusa comedy show. Is that in LA?
Yeah,
And
and it's about once a month. And so this month I just did a show last week and had two guys. I allowed two men on the show for the first
you're
time.
getting soft. You're getting
Nice.
soft, Suwon.
We're in. We're
You know
in
what?
there.
I had two different acting teachers tell me I was too soft. You're too soft. Yeah.
While they yell at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like,
Like, that's what I'm talking about. Why are you crying? No crying in baseball. But anyways.
right? Oh my God.
You're too soft. I'm gonna make you hard. What?
Yeah.
Hold on. That's not. Oh goodness. So you said it's once a month. Where is it usually? At the
Well, I just had
which
it at
clubs?
the Chateau, and I'm gonna do it there again, the Comedy Chateau, September 4th. And then, yeah, I think it's gonna be like it was a great venue to do it. Honestly, like the food was good and like the vibe was really awesome in there. Everybody was happy. It was such a good crowd. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna do it there again, and then we'll see what happens. You know, I mean, I
Nice.
don't like to just keep it all in one place forever and ever. It's kind of cool, fresh to move it around a bit.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. Mm.
Right. And I've seen so many posts at the Comedy Chateau. Like
So
so many comedians that are going there now.
yeah,
So I was like, oh, this must be the new hot spot. And like you said, if the
We
food
should go.
said the food is good, I'm like,
We
yeah, we
should-
should go. We should get on a plane.
Well, I mean, next
We
time
should
we're
go
in,
for a
in that
weekend.
area.
What are we, the Rockefellers? Are you crazy? We should go.
Well, I meant,
This guy.
I'm saying as you plan it. I didn't
This
say
guy
we're
will
going
see
tomorrow.
a yacht in a magazine and we should get one. We should pay our debt off. That's what we should.
Correction. I said we should rent one.
We should. You know, you have school loans, right? Like, we should
I'm not-
buy this yacht.
I won't pay them. I'll be all right.
We should pay the rent. That's what we should do.
I thought
What are you
you
talking
were
about?
about student loans. They're not like I thought they were killing them or something. I don't know. Or was that?
Oh,
I mean, if you know a
I'd be
guy,
down.
let me know. Hey, I know a guy. He's killing them off.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta
Take care of the loans.
Okay, now we can't save this IG Live. That's great.
No.
Incriminate us.
There is some programs that help, but I haven't received any of that yet.
You haven't received any of the help? Oh
Yeah,
my
like,
goodness.
no, but we do expect payment very soon.
That's
More exciting news, which everything is great, but you have been booked for the Burbank Comedy Festival. Can you tell us more about that? Which dates?
Isn't that awesome?
So much to put in the description. People check it out.
I should look at my calendar right now so I could tell you some stuff.
Yes.
Nice.
So it's going to be, the first one actually is going to be virtual on August 10th. And it's like, it's kind of like, it's a little contest. Like I need peeps to come on there and vote for me. So come through on that one.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
People buy tickets to the virtual one, huh? Right? And then, where can people buy tickets?
You know what? I have it in my link tree and my Instagram, so you can find it there.
She's ready.
Good.
She's ready.
What are we doing? We need to step up our game.
Well,
Everything in your link tree. Awesome. You
Yeah,
turned on my lights.
And it's free. It's easy.
Oh,
it's
the
free.
show is free or link tree is free?
Free.
Link tree is free, yeah.
We got Angela on it, so you can go right on top of it.
Oh, thank you. This guy. You're looking at the whole company here. But like within each body, it's like 70 departments.
Yeah.
It's like logistics, talent, audio, video, whatever. Yeah. That's why he thinks we could buy a yacht, but we're not making yacht money. Are you crazy?
Right. I said rent.
It's right there.
So yeah. August 10th, virtual, and then you're going to do a live?
And then we're going to do some lives, but the thing is, like, they don't tell you the rest of the dates because they kind of want you to know that, like, they want to see if people are going to vote for you or not, right? So they don't give you those. But I do have another show at Flappers. I think it's on the 21st. Anyways, you know what you can do?
26th.
26th, I think. You know what? I think I told you the 26th, but I don't think it's on the
21st. I'm going to write it down and put it in the description.
Yeah.
August 21st is going to be live at Flatburs.
I got 26, so I'll be a couple of days late.
Where's Suwon? We came to see Suwon. She was here 5 days ago.
I think I know. Just check Instagram because I'll post everything on there. So that's like the best place for sure.
Nice.
And then I'll let you guys know the exact dates after we are done. I'll send you so you have them.
Sweet.
You are so funny. In the pre-interview, you were talking about and Mike doesn't know, but you were talking about like, hey, don't mind me if my Korean mom comes in with a plate of fruit. And I was like, what? That is like, she does not care.
You have no idea. Like, I've been on shows and like, okay, so Korean moms, I think the one thing that we really know, there's no boundaries. Like,
there's no Korean word for boundary. That's
true?
No. Can't translate it though.
That makes so much sense because she just cannot. It doesn't. I have a little stick. Like, I have a sign I keep on the door. It's like meeting in progress. And I have explained, if this is out there, you do not come in. Do not come in. Doesn't matter. Like, it's like orange juice, fruit, a little bit of fruit. Oh, I have a plum for you.
And it's always like it's usually.
Yes.
Well, it's hard to say no because it's fruit as well.
And it doesn't even matter. If you have allergies to it, it doesn't even matter. Like, if you're allergic to apple, she'll bring you apple.
Eat it.
And tell you that it'll cancel out your allergies. Like, Mom, you're not a doctor. Like, what are you talking about? It's not going to cancel out my allergy. I'm going to break out in a hive.
1,000% on what you just said is she will bring you the opposite of what you say that you want. Like, if you literally say, oh, I'm not eating meat, and then she will make ribs and then bring them in. Like, there's no, it's just everything opposite, doesn't care. You know, she's right.
Nice.
You don't know anything.
Right. There you go. I made your ribs. Eat it.
I want to ask you a question. As you've grown with your mother, right? Grown up with your mother, do you feel like it's getting easier or harder to get along or find common ground on things?
It's got
Well,
serious.
No, I'm curious because it'll get funny. Like me, I think for me it hasn't changed with my mom. I'm
yeah.
just getting more delusional. Like I'm just getting older, and I don't have the strength to fight with her anymore or try to explain why, how the world goes around or whatever. It's
I think that's so valid that like you kind of start giving up on the struggle, but at the
uh,
same time, because she's so old, because she's 89, so she also
wow.
she has to give up on the struggle because it's like too stressful. But this actually happened, and this is part of my like. So I told her, look, you have to go to therapy. We'll go to therapy together. We're going to go to therapy together, or I'm getting more tattoos. So. And then that was it. Like, because you know what? You know how Korean moms, they're not going to, tattoos are the worst. And I have them already. And she even says, like, if I'll wear like a tank top or something, you look terrible. Great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Doing anything to your body. Like my mom, I got a few more piercings in my ear. In my ear. No, like, there's nothing wrong with piercings anywhere else. She came to visit and she said, "Why you have more holes in your ears?" I'm like, "Mom, they're not holes. Like they are, but they're
Technically,
not.
yeah.
Yeah, technically."
I want a tattoo. What do you have?
Why do you look like a
Like,
gangster? Yeah,
what
what
do you
kind of
got?
tattoos do you have? Yes, tell
I
me.
got some cherry blossoms right here. That's
Oh,
fun.
nice.
I got a little butterfly inside of a triangle thing and transformation right there. I got kind of an angel wing, like some. Like they're the ones, not angel wings, but like the tribal angel tattoo from a long time ago. But the original guy who designed that from the get-go, he lived in Borneo. He actually created those tattoos that everybody copied. Like literally, I mean, I feel like I'm so stupid telling the
Oh,
story.
wow.
Anyways,
Nice.
that's
No.
tattooed my arm. And then he actually like a year later or something, he just kind of transformed it because I was growing out of that stage of when I got it. So yeah, like he was really cool. I should remember that guy's name. I could probably look it up. And then I got like a big fairy on my back because big
Nice.
fairy.
Yeah.
That is dope. It's dope when you get like the actual like a legendary tattoo artist to do your work, because not
Yes.
not Bob who just got into it and only has 3 colors. Like I'm not Bob is
Hey,
not touching my
you
body.
want red or blue?
Yeah.
I also got all black. 3 colors.
Bob, back the fuck up. You're not touching me, Bob.
I'm a professional.
I just thought of a tattoo. For my first tattoo, this is what I should get.
You're not getting a tattoo. Sorry.
This is what we're gonna do. My body, my choice. This is what we're gonna do. Like Eve has the paws on her breast, like this, right? The rapper Eve.
The rapper Eve.
Yeah, she has paws like this on her breast.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have 2 kimchi leaves on my breast, just there.
You know they're permanent,
Fucking
right?
Gangster.
Permanent
Gangster.
tattoos.
You don't have the vision. You don't know. See, Suwon already knows. She's gonna hold my hand through
I'm
it.
gonna get 2 tacos. Right here.
That's about
Carne
the,
asada.
yeah. Delicious.
Carne asada and pork. I gotta have
Goodness.
both flavors.
Did you grow up eating mostly Korean foods? Did your mom like push the Korean, like I asked before, like the culture on you and make sure even though maybe you don't speak the language, but she's like, hey, kimchi every meal or something like that. Like, was she?
She didn't do anything on purpose. Like she definitely tried to cater to my dad. My dad's black, so which she of course does not ever want me to tell anyone. But sorry, you're on blast, lady.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
She's 89 years old. It's a different generation.
Yeah, just don't show her this part of the interview.
Yeah, don't.
I don't know her my comedy either because she wouldn't be able to take it. She can't handle it. Which is fine. I don't need her to. But yeah, as far as a heavy growing up, I mean, she's here, so like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just her being in the house makes it heavy culturally Korean, because that's just who my mom is. Like, it's like
She's here. She's here. So the culture comes with her.
It's bound to happen. Well, it's kind of like with Angela. She tried to give me rice for everything. I'm like, just wanted a bowl of cereal.
I give him rice.
Why do I have rice?
Suwon, I give him rice. He's like, oh, also, can I get a piece of bread? I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Bread is bread, rice is rice. I
No.
don't see how you separate those.
No. You don't make a sandwich with rice in it, okay? Like, you know.
Yeah, but the Korean rice is like sticky, and that's not the rice I grew up on.
What does your mom think about you in comedy and in the entertainment industry in general?
I think she's just worried. You know, that's the main thing, is just to like worry that someone wouldn't treat me the right way, or that I'm not getting home safely. It's stuff like that. It's like very, very basic. She doesn't have like an overall feeling about the industry, like parents would think. Like, she doesn't think that way.
Okay.
Yeah, she's very, you know, in a lot of ways she's old fashioned, but she only speaks English to me. So I can't speak any Korean. We only spoke English in the house when we were growing up. And then I didn't even realize it until I was a full-on adult, how much of a gap we have, because she doesn't understand concepts that are more than basic. Like, if it's just basic, you know, is like in a nice little box, and that's what she gets. Although she does read, she reads like the paper about politics and all that stuff, so she gets that part. But like, you know, if you get into anything emotional or something that's subtle, she doesn't even understand it. And maybe that was her, and my dad just wanted to live like that too, right? Like, that's their choice.
Sure.
I wonder if it has anything to do with, like, so in Korean history, long time ago, and this is probably her generation, if you were an entertainer, it's actually a very low class job. Now celebrities are looked up upon.
You want us to come back when you finish that? You can come back.
We adore them and idolize celebrities, but back then it was kind of like you were the court jester. Oh my God, I can't even talk. I can't even do this. Yeah, the court jester. You were just a clown. Like, you're an entertainer. You're serving the public, and it was a low class job. And I wonder if she thinks that way. Like, it's not.
In some ways, she had that feeling, I think, in the past, but you know, she loves American Idol, and I think she's like kind of grown over the years of like just appreciation for artists, and actually she's an artist too. Like, her and my dad were both very artsy. She's got all this pottery that she's done, like tons of it. It's so pretty. She's a super, super crazy gardener, and like a gorgeous. It's beautiful, and also her food is like amazing. Like, everybody gives her big old congratulations and thanks and all that kind of stuff, because she makes everything like her own versions of food that's very precise and perfect. And she makes kimchi like crazy. She makes all different kinds, still, like, at her age, 89 fucking years old, driving to Costco by herself. She's like super independent. So
nice.
I think, like, her artsiness has appreciation for me doing something that's like bold
and creative.
Yeah.
She's just worried you're not going to get treated well.
Yeah, because people are scumbags, you know?
Basically.
Yeah, that's
scumbaggy world sometimes.
But you being a producer, don't you feel like now that you're doing your own thing, and of course, I can tell you're still you still got that humble heart to do, you know, follow someone else's, you know, reins when you're an actor and when you're a comic. I can see that. But when you're producing, don't you feel a little freedom in it to have a little bit of control of, like, this is my realm that I can, you know, like, shape and mold? And
I like it. It feels really good.
Yeah, we live in a really great era, I feel like, with entertainment. Like, you can do your own thing. You can put your own music out. It's funny because my mom was talking about, like, when I told her I'm going to start doing this, you know, whatever. And she was like, I acted in church when I was young, and you're going to succeed because you have my talent. And I was like, okay. And she's like, but, you know, what can we do? Back then, we didn't know anybody at the radio station. Like, that was the way to fame. If you knew someone at a radio station, she was saying, she's like, So then, yeah, we have so many opportunities to try and do the things that we want to do now with all the technology and stuff. That's so great.
Nice. So, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no, I love what you just said about like, do you know someone? Because that is one of the things my mom's always asking me. Did you meet anyone? Do you know someone that can help you? And I'm always like, it's just us. Like if when and that person comes through that's like gonna help me, then fantastic. But until that time, but she's always asking me that, and I find it like very annoying. Like, what the fuck? And
Well,
I'm
since
not
you're
20 like.
I wonder if
Anyway.
she's like, you meet Eddie Murphy yet? You meet Eddie Murphy? He can help you. You meet Eddie Murphy yet? No, Mom, I didn't meet Eddie Murphy. Okay.
Oh,
How about Richard Pryor? Mom, he's like not here. What are you talking about?
But
Who you
since
Who
you're
you meet?
producing, you're actually the somebody.
Yeah.
People are trying to get opportunity from you. You are opening that door.
Yeah.
So Angela's available.
Yeah, if you could book me, I'll do it for free.
We'll fly in. We'll pay you. Just put her on stage.
Can
please.
like we'll pay you. Like, how much does it cost to get me on stage? No, I'm kidding. Okay, so that's fantastic. You have the Hot Medusa Comedy Show, and then you have the Burbank Comedy Festival coming up. Super excited. Things need to start opening back up again. That'd be really great if we could get past this phase.
We got a new phase now. It's getting weird.
That is so weird.
Comics would just get vaccinated and wear masks. That would be so good. And then at the same time, well, I just did my show, but we were all vaccinated. So, I don't know. We try to be good. I don't know.
You're doing your part.
You gotta do
your part.
You just gotta do your part. That's all we can.
Yeah.
Rusty Ducati said, "Get there on the yacht." That's
my guy.
That's
my guy.
Obviously his friend. I can't. These guys are delusional.
That's my guy right there.
So,
he knows what he's talking about. Good people.
We have a surprise for you.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
All right. And we like to do this with our guests. We like to do a trivia question.
Oh, God.
Trivia.
Are you good at trivia?
Terrible.
Oh, great. Because our trivia questions are really hard. So you're in for a treat. Let's go over the prize wheel.
Oh, prize wheel.
Yes.
Prize wheel, you.
We are going to go over the prize wheel.
There you go.
So fun. I love having you on. This is great. I can't wait because we want to redo these interviews in person one day, and that would be fantastic. Not redo them, but just kind of like it'll be fun. All right. So let's see. The first prize is a cartoon by Mike. It's probably backwards for you, but I'm reading them to you. A cartoon by Mike. A hug, firm hug from me.
No.
Sanitize.
Yeah, sanitize. Sanitize the shoulders. What are we sanitizing? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
$100 AngelaTheComic bucks. So, if we go public.
Merch. Merch is on the way. If we get merch
5 years.
I get a hat or something.
$10 Amazon gift card.
Nice.
Yes. So exciting.
The box. Mystery box.
Ooh.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
A handshake. Sanitized. Handshake. Sanitized.
Yeah.
Firm handshake from me.
Solid.
Yeah. Tickets for a Netflix movie. We basically tell you what to watch on your Netflix account, and we want a full report the next day. You really want that? Okay. That sound effect's not going to work, sir.
Not that one.
Yeah, not that one. $50 AngelaTheComic box.
More merch.
We don't have merch, by the way.
We don't have merch.
We don't have merch. He keeps saying merch, but we don't have any.
When merch happens,
in the future,
you will have merch.
Yes, that sound effect.
Merch.
10. What? I'm sorry.
No, I said merch is about to happen.
It's got to happen now.
$10 Starbucks gift card, which they don't sell $10 increments, so we'll work something out.
That's a drink.
Yeah. And then finally, a poem by AngelaTheComic.
Poem.
Poem. Anything that interests you here?
What do you like?
Everything interests me. I'm drawing by Mike.
Ooh.
Ooh, he's been getting a request like that.
I've gotten about 3 cartoons
Yeah,
out
you'd
of
be
this
the
show.
third one. You'd be the third one.
And I just got a cartoon book, so it might even be better than before.
All right, you ready for the trivia?
I am learning.
Do it.
You ready for the trivia? Okay. All right. You have 5 seconds to answer. She's ready. All right.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. In the show, the 5 seconds starts when I start asking the question, by the way.
No, at the end.
No, I was kidding.
That doesn't work.
No, in the show I Love Lucy, what was the name of her next door neighbor?
Ethel? Are you talking about Ethel?
Ethel, yes!
Ethel, yeah. You got it.
I told you our trivia is really hard.
Is that the only question?
I thought Ethel lived on another floor, though. Didn't Ethel live like downstairs or upstairs?
I said next door because it's a sound stage. So they were all
Well,
stage. So
Good answer.
her next
Good
door,
answer.
her upstairs
Yeah.
neighbor.
That's
She's
perfect.
close. How about she's close?
She's in the building.
She's around.
Kind of like the honeymooners. You knew that neighbor was upstairs because out the window he would. All right, we're gonna do a spin. We're gonna do.
Hold on, one question?
Yeah, our trivia questions are really hard. You ready to spin?
Well, it should be trivia question, not questions.
Question.
There's just one.
What? Okay. What was? You have 1 second to answer this. What was the name of Lucy's husband? First name. Oh, Ricky. Boom. Done.
Oh, she got it.
Questions. Trivia questions. There we go. No,
She-
you know why? Because I'm terrible at trivia. I would hate for someone to do that to me.
Me too.
Be like, what? In 1942, what Hall of Famer was what? No, I'm not even gonna try.
I don't know what's going on.
Musty Joe? I don't know who. All right, are you ready to spin?
Ready.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go. It's broken. This thing is broken.
my God.
Oh, a cartoon by Mike. What?
Oh my gosh, how did that happen? The wheel is tilting.
How did you get exactly what you wanted?
have
Woo!
I have no idea.
Love it. Thank you.
It's going to be a cool little cartoon.
It was so fun having you on this show. Is there any final thoughts or words that you wanted to share with everyone out there and where they can find you?
Well, the easiest place to find me is on Instagram. I think that has all the information and dates, and check the bio. Yeah. And
I'm going to put
then
all the information. Mm-hmm.
that's it. Come and vote for me at the Burbank Comedy Festival. So that'll be fun. Thank you.
Definitely.
Do it.
We'll do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
So great.
Go on.
Oh, you guys are so fun. I like you guys.
No, the guest makes it fun. Like I'm trying to. I'm probably gonna jinx myself for doing this, but I'm waiting for the day when like a really hardcore rapper comes on and he doesn't even care. Like he doesn't even want to be
We
there.
actually
and I'm
got
like,
one booked.
no, but he's not like a bad attitude rapper. I'm saying like a bad attitude. You know those rappers who come on those radio shows and they don't even want to be there. I'm like,
I don't want to answer that question.
Yeah, next.
What else you got?
I'm gonna be lost. Like, I kind of want to reverse interview them. Then I want to be like, oh, hey, what do you want to talk about? Like, forget these questions. Like, what do you?
But anyways, thanks for being on the show.
He's cutting me off.
I appreciate it. She just starts rambling sometimes. You gotta.
Cutting me off.
I
Goodness.
don't know what's going on.
Angela the Comic Show.
That's the power now.
About to hot Medusa your butt. I'm gonna put all the information, everyone, of all the activity that Suwon is doing. She's super, super funny.
Very
Thank
busy
you.
too. Very
Yeah,
busy.
super busy. What am I doing with my life?
You're not
Okay,
doing anything.
nothing. Not a single thing. I can't wait to see you when we go on our next trip to California.
Yes,
We have
I
to have
can't
dinner together. I can't wait.
Like, you have to come over and have some food, I think, right? Like, that's what it's going to have to happen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You know why? Because Korean mothers, the older they get, the more invested in the food that they make they get. My mom does that too.
Oh.
Like everything from scratch. And I'm like, you weren't like this when we were young. It was like everything in a pot.
Exactly.
Well, at this point,
Yeah.
she's growing the cabbage for kimchi.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
from the dirt.
Yeah. Straight up.
This is straight farm to table.
Part two. Thank you so much for being on the show, and I can't wait to have you back on. And goodness, good luck with everything. Great success, and we're gonna keep promoting you because we love you.
Thank you so much. You guys were great. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Thank you very much.
I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. Come on. I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Woo! She was really great.
She was awesome.
You know, I loved her energy.
Good energy. Even
Yeah.
through the phone, you know, you're not in person. It's different.
Yeah, I think she'd be really great to have a few drinks with.
Say what?
She'll be great to have a few drinks with, and she'll like cradle me like a little baby.
That's weird,
And
but okay.
just
Sure. She
whisper
almost
some
won
jokes in my ear.
the poem, and we had a beat ready. Do you want to spit your bars?
Oh no.
Do you? Because we were like 13 seconds late because you were writing this rap. Do you want to share it? No.
Do you really? Okay.
We don't have to share it.
If she's still in the room.
She might not be.
Yes. Okay. So Suwon, we wrote.
You don't put me on that.
I wrote.
It might not be good.
I wrote a poem. We're gonna upgrade it to a rap. Drop the beat.
Drop the beat.
Drop the beat.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
It wasn't that. Hey, hey. She said we.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Beat's waiting.
Okay. Oh, Suwon Weaver didn't even see her coming around with them jokes she's slaying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
From comic to actor to producer.
Yeah.
There's nothing she can't do with a mic and a mixer.
Yeah,
Give
yeah.
me a stage, give me a mic, give me a drink. Let me recite all
Yeah.
these funny lines. That's the end of that. Got it.
Bars.
Oh,
You said there was more?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was the end of that one. But got a Korean mama who makes you wanna tell jokes with folks, crack up at a show, giggle like a hoe. We all love hoes. Okay.
No, I do.
Now?
I know I do.
I know it. Okay.
I think that's enough.
And
Do
then
you have an ending?
I have an ending.
Okay. Well, you'll send it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Suwon Weaver, look out for her. She's the producer of Hot Medusa.
Hey,
Bars.
that is it. Bars.
Bars.
That is on iTunes in about 2 days.
I am so glad she didn't win that.
Yeah, that was. It's more of a loss.
Would have been a little bit of an awkward loss.
What do you say
Can we
after
spin
someone?
it again?
I mean, after someone raps that to you, you're like, oh, dang.
Thanks. You stopped the beat like 3 times.
How do I leave the
Hey,
room?
she said, hey.
How do I leave the room? Do I leave the room by myself or turn off my phone?
That was such a great interview. Fantastic.
Betty Nice.
Do you feel like you've learned some things about the Korean culture, though?
I learned my boy wants me to have a yacht.
Okay.
So it's going to happen.
This is why we don't get along.
Korean culture, yes. I learned that Japan was forcing Koreans to speak Japanese
This
and
was the Korean
try to
Japan.
become Japanese or something like that.
All right. You know what? How are you
I've
going to
learned.
buy a yacht if you're fired? Fire your ass.
Oh, well, I might be able to do something better.
Thank you so much for being on the show. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Thank you very much.
I love kimchi. I love